Hi everyone. Today in this video, I'm going to introduce the Minecraft mod Intelligent Villager mod based on GPT-3 API and the Socrates platform from RCT AI that I have been working on recently. I will cover several parts in this video session. 1. How does the Intelligent Villager work and what's the difference? 2. How was I able to build this first version within just a week? And 3. What's the plan for this project? Okay, starting from the first part. As a Minecraft player for like 10 years since 1.2 Java edition, I've always felt the single player mode was really lonely for me. For a long time afterwards, I either played with other players on the server, experiencing all kinds of mods, or started a server with a good friend and played together. Minecraft gives me an open-world, mind-flow experience that easily immerses me fully into that huge, colorful, but lonely world waiting for me to explore. This mind-flow experience is especially intense when I hear the music playing. So, for many years I imagined that if one day I could find another person in my world with whom I could communicate, the feeling of joy would be beyond my imagination. Until today, the progress of generative AI and the maturity of some related platforms have given me such an opportunity. Imagine there is a Minecraft server where all the villagers are having unique personalities, personal background, history, personal relationships, or even narratives under customized world of view, and all of them could have real-time perception and memory about the environment context, and knowing what's happening around them. What experience can you explore in this world? All intelligent villagers are powered by OpenAI's GPT-3 large language models and RCT AI's virtual character creation platform Socrates. The character background profiles of each villager is generated through GPT-3 API and then fed into Socrates as the initial settings to generate the corresponding soul, which becomes interactive. The name, the personality, the history, the relationships, everything that make it a living character are all AI generated. Here is an example that demonstrates the relationships and personal history that they generated. I asked Xander about who is his best friend in this village, and he told me it was Nina. After I found Nina, she was answering the same like Xander did. Besides from the initial settings that has been generated for all the villagers, what's more important is they actually have real-time perception, including everything they can see, they can hear, and some specific events happening in the village. Every information that is a real-time perception build up the context for every villagers and it's dynamic. In this case, after I asked Ivy about who is his best friend in the village and started finding out Oscar, on my way finding Oscar, I talked with several other villagers whether they have seen Oscar recently. And since this information is actually in their context, they told me Oscar just headed to the farm, and I realized I should head back to the farm and he should be close by. And I did find Oscar, who is wandering around the farm in the village. This shows how these villagers are using their context to make themselves more intelligent. And then I asked him about Ivy, and he told me a story with Ivy which he thought was unforgettable when he was 11, which Ivy didn't put in his memory, probably just because he didn't want to tell me. But what's more interesting is, even though they shared the same history, the same background, Oscar is willing to tell the story in a very detailed way, while Ivy, his personality decide that he is not going to talk with me about that. Other information like weather, time, they can also have real-time perception. It's important to make NPC understand what was going on around him. Otherwise, the AI will always look stupid, since they don't have any sensors like every living creatures did. And that's the reason why AI always looks like AI, while at the same time, we might even feel like some NPCs is real in some RPG experience like Red Dead Redemption because they scripted some of the behaviors related to their environment. So what makes it further is, the soul generated on the Socrates platform actually enabled the characters to interact based on a specific worldview with not only the players, but also with all the other intelligent villagers. So, villagers will randomly seek out other villagers they can chat with, find them, and start a conversation. At this point, players walking nearby will be able to hear what they're chatting about. These will make them extremely natural, just like the NPCs in GTA 5 or Red Dead Redemption, that not only they seem to have perception, but also have their own life. This is also another very important factor when building a virtual character. The last thing is that since you are able to make some basic interactions with the NPCs in Minecraft, they can also respond not only in text, but also in actions or emotions in this multiple format. The Socrates platform does not only support text, it's just because text is the very basic format of every information. I built out the first version actually within a week during the Christmas holiday. Although there were many unfinished features, I managed to complete the core loop myself. This should thank to Minecraft's mature mod development tools and open developer ecosystem. Since everyone can access some of its source code through tools like Forge, it will be easy for me to understand how it works behind the scene. The most important factor for me to integrate AI into Minecraft is how its original AI system works. This actually gave me lots of insight on technical design for AI agents in-game. In Minecraft, every AI has 3 different major modules: sensor, memory, and brain. The brain actually controls everything, while sensors are responsible for gathering information, controlling state in every tick, and then store into the memory modules. Brain will then use all the information in the memory to control the goals, which should be registered to brain. And goals will control the actual activities in every tick. Different goals have different priority and different log flag, which can be very flexible to control. Besides from goals, every AI could also have schedules to control their activities to make them look more like having their own life. See, it's simple, but from my understanding, it's also a clever and brilliant design. The best design should not be the most complex one, but the most smart one. With this structure, I can easily build my own sensors or using any of the existing sensors for intelligent villagers to understand what's going on around them, and build my own memory for the brain. Also, the combination of ticking mechanism and the event subscription model makes almost everything happen in-game can be caught and processed. The most difficult part here, to be honest, is they're mixing the server code and the client code in one mod. Some jobs are handled only on server, while some only on the client, which means I have to consider the logic on both sides when I started writing something. But since its overall complexity is still acceptable, this was just a minor issue. Why I open source this project? I've worked on some open source projects on GitHub many years ago, and since this will potentially be a very large and complex project, I'm setting it open sourced after I finished the first beta. Turning villagers into intelligent villagers is actually creating narrative and experiential content for Minecraft that can be procedurally generated, which will make Minecraft probably the first game in the world where, in addition to the game world being procedurally generated, the interactive content players can experience in the game is also procedurally generated, which means infinite possibilities. At the same time, Minecraft is probably the greatest game ever in my mind, greatly because of all the community developers who have been working on it, because of the millions of mods and resource packs, and because of the millions of server owners who are constantly creating new content and possibilities for Minecraft. Therefore, I hope that more developers and enthusiasts from the community who are interested in creating such a future for Minecraft will join my project, and together we will make this project better and bring a new experience to players. What's more is, I'm also starting to build a very similar project, a mod in GTA 5 that can make every pedestrian AI generated interactive. So this project potentially will become a mod pack for all the open world game that eventually make every open world more immersive and more intelligent for players to co-create their adventure and experiences. Thank you.